Go.
Hello everyone, you are in the home of Stevie B's and we are doing a YouTube video on turning your old tired pellet stove into a modern day blast furnace. Like the people in the old blacksmith used to have the bellows, put air into the coal and be able to forge steel, make swords. Well, you know, you're paying for these pellets, and the pellets aren't cheap, and they can differ. Like these pellets I got from Lowe's, and they are one size and they're kind of smooth and they're small, and the same manufacturer I got from Tractor Supply, and they are over here, and they are a bigger pellet and they are smooth and large, so that they are smoother and larger and longer and smoother than the other manufacturer there. So you're paying $6 plus, maybe $6.75 a bag if you're not buying it by the ton. So you're paying a lot for the pellets. So what we're trying to do is to get you maximized out so that you can get the maximum heat and the most efficiency out of your pellet stove. And we've got three tricks or three things we're going to show you here. And first of all, we're going to talk about cleaning your pellet stove. Now, I use a shop vac that has both a sucker and also the suction side and the blowing side. And so you make sure that your pellets do not have any live pellets in them, otherwise you're going to make your vacuum go on fire. And what I do is I'll shut off the stove, shut it down, and then I'll turn it up to the highest, like a 9.9, which is the blower and the pellet heat, because that opens up the inside, the little damper, and it opens it up all the way. And so then I will take the burn pot, take the little grate out of the bottom of the burn pot, and I'll take the vacuum and put it on the blowing side and put it in the tube in the back and blow the ash up and out of the tube in the back after I've taken a spoon and removed as much of the ash as you possibly can. And so then you blow that from that side. Then I take like a pizza box, cut a hole in it, and I'll take the shop vac, and then I'll take the burn pot, the grate out of the burn pot, put the burn pot back in at the bottom there, and I'll open this up, and I'll put this on the blow side, and I'll put that up there, and I'll blow the ash more into where there's a little, it's sending the ash up the chimney. So this is an Englander pellet stove. It's got a burn pot of about 6 by 3 inches, or is it 4 inches? 3 or 4 inches. And we've got it on, I don't know, I've got it set for the lowest temperature, the lowest burn rate of the pellet feed, and then I've got it reduced feed, and I will put my little phone on and see what kind of, how much temperature we're getting. Turn on the flashlight. You can see this gauge is up to around 800 degrees Fahrenheit, over 400 degrees centigrade, the C, 800 degrees Fahrenheit, and yet it's on the lowest setting, and the idea is to get 30 hours, up to 30 hours of burn per bag of pellets. And so you don't get too many pellets, too less pellets. You just right about so that you get a fine ash, because you're paying for these. If you find full pellets and you've got to scoop them out of your burn pot and they're not a fine ash, then you're throwing heat away. You're throwing unburned pellets away. And I used to put them down in here after cleaning out the stove. and there was so much good pellet there when you put them in the open. They used to heat up and they would turn into a hot, smoldering mass of pellets. So now one trick that we have for this pellet stove is a Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney. And this is a rendition of it here, Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney. And you can buy these at steviebees.com. And these ceramic chimneys sit on top of the burn pot. They allow for better combustion and less residual being given off from your stove. And they can take the heat, and during the ebb and flow of your flame, during the maximum, it'll absorb heat, and then when your flame goes down, it will radiate heat, and so that you get a constant temperature, even though there's an ebb and a flow with your flame. So I'm going to open up this stove and show you, turn off the flashlight, and show you what we're talking about here with this first rendition that you can get from steviebees.com for your Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney. So now over time, this whole front of this has been eaten out by the heat. So we're creating a ceramic chimney that's like a horseshoe without the front. This stove has already produced this. So as we open this up, you can see there's your Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney sitting on top of your burn pot, and there is just the ash, or this is after burning for about 6 hours. This is the amount of ash you'll get in the burn pot, because you're getting almost complete combustion at the lowest rate. So if we go there, and then we're just going to use our ceramic tool to clean off the front of the glass, so you can see the flame inside. That this is trying to get 30 hours worth of burning per bag from our pellet stove. So, and the ceramic chimney is helping to produce a steady heat over time, reducing the ebbs and flows of the flame. So there, right now it's absorbing the heat, and then when that flame dies down, it will reflect, or it will give off the heat. So there, we'll see how, if this goes up by cleaning that burn pot and see if that goes up even higher. So we talked about cleaning the stove, how important that is. We talked about the ceramic burn pot. And then another trick for creating the modern day blast furnace is we've taken a box fan and put it in back, and there are electric motors that turn the augers in your stove. Now you see what kind of a nice flame that is producing, and this will probably go up more closer to 900 degrees. And again, this is with the lowest rate, 1.9, the lowest feed rate, and actually a reduced feed rate. And so then the second trick is that we've taken off the back panel of the stove. We've got the box fan. It's blowing air onto those motors, keeping them cool so they don't burn out. And then, in addition, what we've done, this is another fan that's blowing air into the other room. What addition that we've done to turn this into a modern day blast furnace is we have taken a grater, a cheese grater, and we have turned it into a little a focus funnel that blows air and concentrates the air and blows it into the stove, just like the bellows of the old day blacksmith used to use the bellows to blow air into their stove. So that's what this does here. It sits right on top
of the intake, and we have it so it's blowing air right into the stove there. So there's that. So that's your second trick to turn this into a modern day blast furnace. So now you can see what kind of a flame that is producing on the lowest feed. It is going up to, let me put my other, the temperature gauge is going up, and you can see what kind of beautiful flame that is producing in this stove. Now, I talked about the pellets being all different. If you have Dry Creek, or if you have this brand or that brand, all the pellets are different. And even at the lowest feed, the reduced feed, it was still producing too many pellets for the burn pot, and I was throwing the pellets, unburned pellets, out, and it was clogging the burn pot. It was making it so that it was smoking, and it was cutting down the flame. It wasn't the right flow rate for your stove. So you need to be able to control the flow rate of the pellet. So you can't use just gravity feed. No, gravity feed is not going to give you this precise control you have of the number of pellets going in. So in the back here, what we've done, you can see there's the pellets going in, flowing in, but what we have done here at the bottom, rather than gravity feed, we're using friction feed. So friction feed is you go to Tractor Supply and you get a little feeder for your chickens or your ducks, and you take popsicle sticks and you can control the depth of, so the pellets have got to come underneath, between the back hopper and between this metal plate. So it's friction feed, not gravity feed, where you've got too many pellets going in, because they put control panels on the side of your stove, but they're not precise enough to control just the optimal flow of pellets for your pellet stove. So this goes in at the base of your pellets, and the pellets are going to have to go through this friction feeder in order to go and to come through your stove. So that's sitting at the bottom of everything. So what we've done is we're controlling the flow. You can cut the popsicle sticks, make them shorter if you want less pellets going in, or make the popsicle sticks longer if you want more pellets coming in. But we like to create a nice, good flame, but it has a little ebb and flow to it, like the lunar cycle of the waxing and waning state. So that this stove should burn up all these pellets, and then the stove will just be like a bed of coals giving that off, rather than such a big flame, because we're trying to use the most pellets, the best burn, and so there should be an ebb and flow, like the waxing and waning of the lunar cycle. So that the waxing is when there's a big flame like that, and then it should die down to a smaller flame. And if we turn on the flashlight, we can see just from cleaning that, now we're up closer to 900, from 800 to 900. And again, this is on the lowest feed rate, number 1, with reduced pellet feed, and I'm getting almost 900 degrees Fahrenheit out of this stove, basically turning this stove into a modern day blast furnace by using the Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney, which you can buy at steviebees.com. Sells for around $100, but will pay for itself in about 15 bags, because it's going to give off a steady heat, it's going to better burning, and it's going to less byproduct given off, because it helps burn at a hotter temperature with the ceramic chimney being placed on top of there. And then with the funnel in the back with the airflow, turns it into a modern day like the old the blacksmith's bellows, blows more air into the stove. And then with the precise friction feed rather than gravity feed, you get just the right number of pellets going into the stove, so you're not getting great big piles of pellets that aren't burning and that are preventing your fire from being optimal. So now that's going up to almost 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, that's with the reduced pellet flow pellets down to number 1, and actually a reduced feed button underneath that. So this is an Englander stove, and I am getting, and it's a good timing because we're having a cold blast up in East Aurora outside of Buffalo. It's going to probably get down to 0. So by having a pellet stove that can use a bag of pellets, hopefully lasts for about 30 hours and produce 900 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, you've really taken an old pellet stove and turned it into a modern day blast furnace. So then at Stevie B's, also turn off the flashlight. We produce a salve, Stevie B's Bomb, cures what ails you. And I got into poison ivy, so I sit in front of my pellet stove and I'll take a little bit of my Stevie B's, which is on our website, Stevie's, SteviesBees.com, and I'll take a little bit. This has got some camphor, it's got some beeswax, it's got tea tree oil, it's got neem oil, it's got peppermint oil, it's got coconut oil, it's got grapeseed oil, and I'll just take a little bit like this, turn it into a liquid by rubbing it, and I'll put it on as a facial mask, keeping it out of my eyes, of course. But this is Stevie B's Longevity Balm, and it's good for cures what ails you. And I'll just take a little bit and put it on my poison ivy right there, because I got into cutting wood with vines in it that had poison ivy in it. So that's what's going on with but I use Stevie B's balm to help keep it healing and take the burn away. Okay, all right, there we go. So those are the 3 tricks to turning this old pellet stove into a blast furnace. And again, we're almost up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit now. We're getting that to go up to 900 degrees by keeping everything optimal. Ceramic chimney, the air coming in the back, and not the gravity feed, but a friction feed to control precisely the amount of pellets that come into your stove. So I hope you found this a little bit enlightening, because on these cold days when it gets below 0, it's nice to have a stove that's producing 900 degrees Fahrenheit and really blowing out hot air, and you're getting up to 30 hours of burn rate per bag of these expensive pellets. And each pellet, as I say, some are smooth, some are rough, some are long, some are short, and so you've got to get the right friction feed for your stove. Having the controls on the side are just not precise enough. So between the ceramic chimney, the bellows or the amount of air coming in the back, and your friction feed, you've got the perfect scenario for creating just the perfect burn. So you can go 5 or 6 hours and your burn pot won't be all filled up with pellets that are ready, that need to be taken out. It's going to turn into ash, just a minute amount of ash. And again, once again, we are at the bottom, the lowest feed amount and reduced feed on the side, and still producing 900 Fahrenheit in temperature. So visit StevieBees.com, our website, Stevie's Bees, SteviesBees.com, and you could order there's a patent pending on our Terra Cotta Ceramic Chimney, and you can order that. You can order the bomb, and sit in front of your pellet stove and be in a sauna and have get younger at the same time. Longevity cream bomb. Okay, so thank you very much. Hope you found this helpful for creating more heat on these cold, cold winter days. Thank you. Take care. Bye now.